Okay, the next part of this series is solving word problem ratios. And these are more difficult. We use something called a ratio box. Okay, the question has three parts. We're first given a ratio. Okay, then we are given an actual number. Then we are given a question. Okay, so let's work through some of these. So our ratio box is filled out based upon what's written in here. The ratio of destroyers to battleships in the Navy is 7 to 14. So I'm going to fill out the beginning. Destroyers is D, battleships is B, and total ships, I'm just using the letter T, although they'll call it boats. The ratio is 7 to 14, so I fill in 7 to 14. And now to find the total ships in the ratio, I just add 7 plus 14 is 21. So this is my ratio portion of it. Now I'm given an actual. It says if there are 21 destroyers, so 21 are destroyers. So I come down here to the destroyer column and I put 21 there. According to this question, I don't know the boats or the total. They want to know how many boats are there altogether. So they want to know this question right here. They want to know this answer. So I pull off the parts where I have a ratio and an actual for. So 7 to 21 down here, that's this 21, is equivalent to 21 over T. Then we go back to what we did yesterday. We cross multiply and divide. 21 times 21 divided by 7. It tells me that the total number of boats when there are 21 destroyers is 63. Okay, let's keep moving. The way to get good at this is to just do a lot. Number 2, the ratio of muffins to donuts at the restaurant is 21 to 14. So this is about muffins and donuts, and then they call it breakfast treats, but I'm just going to use total. So then I put in my ratio, 21 to 14. 21 muffins, 14, and then to find the total, I add up 5, 3, 35. Now they're going to give me an actual and then ask me a question about one of the missing pieces. If the total number of breakfast treats, so notice they didn't give me muffins or donuts, they gave me this number here, total. So if there's 105 treats on the table, they want to know, now here's the question, how many muffins are there? So they want to know this one. They don't care about the donuts. So I pull off the pieces, 21 to 35, and I use 21 to 35 because the M and the 105 match up. See, I have 2 pieces here, 2 pieces here. Okay, now I cross multiply and divide. Do the same thing I did. 21, where there's numbers, 21 times 105 divided by 35. Well, it tells me this time there would be 63 muffins. Okay, so if I had a total of 105 treats, I would have 63 muffins. Okay, number 3. The ratio of dimes to quarters in a money bag is 14 to 6. If there are 24 quarters, how many dimes are there? So the first part I fill out is the ratio. Come down here, dimes to quarters, keep the order, dimes to quarters, 14 to 6, 14 to 6, and then I add those up for 20 total. Actual. Now, actual means what did they have in hand? If there are 24 quarters, so we come down here to quarters, put in 24 because they told me that. What do they want to know? Do they want to know dimes or total? So the question is, how many dimes are there? So they want to know this. So we don't even want to know the total. So I'm going to pull the ratio, put it down here, 14 to 6, D to 24. Notice I used that quarters to quarters, dimes to dimes. Cross multiply, 14 times 24, divide by 6. So it tells me when there are 24 dime quarters, there will be 56 dimes. Okay, let's do one more. The ratio, doing number 4, the ratio of drummers to guitar players who tried out for the band is 10-5. So I can fill in drummers, guitar players, total band members. The ratio is 10 drummers for every 5 guitar players. It's a total of 15 band members. So that's the ratio part. Now the actual, it says if there are 20 drummers. So drummers are here. I put my 20 here. How many guitar players? So my variable right there is that. So I can use this ratio box right there. 10-5, 20 to G, cross multiply. 20 times 5 is 100. Divide by the 10. It tells me that there would be 10 guitar players. If there were 20 drummers trying out, that means 10 guitar players would be trying out. Okay? Number 5. Can you still see this? Okay. The ratio of forks to spoons. So we're talking about forks to spoons. Total is 30-10, 30, 10, and 40. If the total number of utensils is 80, so they don't tell us the forks or spoons, but they tell us 80. I have 80 utensils on the table. How many spoons? So they want to know the number of spoons. So I'm using this setup right here. 10-40, 10-40 is equal to S to 80. Now I cross multiply 800 and divided by 40 tells me there would be 20 spoons. Okay, if there were 80 utensils, 20 of them would need to be spoons. Okay, and we'll do one more. So turning the page here. So this problem, number 6, says the ratio of hamburgers to hot dogs at the picnic is 33-44. So I can do, I do like hamburgers, hot dogs, total 33, 44. When I add them up, a total of 77 items. So then they said if there are 132 hamburgers, so he gave us the hamburgers. They want to know how many lunch items. So they want to know the total. They don't want to know the hot dogs. So I'm going to pull off 33, 77, 132, T. Cross multiply 132 times 77, divide by 33. It tells me there would be 308 total lunch items altogether when there's 132 hamburgers. And I'll do number 7 as the last one since we're right here. The ratio of destroyers to battleships, battleships is 33-11. When I add them up, that's 44 total. Then it says if the total number of boats is 176. So they're saying we actually have 176. Lunch items. They want to know how many battleships are there. Okay, how many battleships will there be? So 11, 44, B, 176. Cross multiply 11 times 176. Divide by the 44. And I get 44. So there would be, when there's 176 ships, there would be 44 of them would be battleships. Okay, I'm going to stop this video there as it's getting kind of long.